What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try out Remnant II on my secondary computer here and see what it can do. Now, I don't know what to expect. It might be able to hit 60 all the time without upscaling, it might not be able to. Ultra-wide is kind of a wild card. I never know what to expect out of it. Not quite as hard to run as 4K, but way harder to run than just 1080p or 1440p. So let's first go over the specs of this guy real quick. It's got a 5800X 3D with -25 on all the cores. I could probably go to 30, but I just haven't gotten to stability testing that yet, so I just kind of stopped at 25 for quite a while now. Anyway, then we got a Founders Edition 3090. Then we have a AsRock X570 Taichi motherboard with 32 gigs of 3600 megahertz DDR4, CL14, and it's also dual rank. Then we got ourselves a EK 360mm all-in-one cooling that CPU. We have a 1000 watt gold rated PSU powering the whole thing. It's a Corsair RM1000, yeah, gold rated. Then we've got the monitor, which is a ultra wide Alienware 3440 by 1440, 120 hertz, G.Sync, but no FreeSync and no HDR, and it is an IPS display. So it's pretty decent, but definitely nothing to write home about in today's crazy market of like mini LEDs and micro and OLED and all that stuff. But it's still all right, but it's still getting replaced very soon here. But in any case, we just got done with all of that, so let's go ahead, hop into the game, and start looking at some settings. All right, so here we are on the secondary computer, and we're gonna try to max it out, but we're gonna play on 3440 by 1440, no frame rate, no motion blur. And we're gonna try Ultra. It probably won't work, but hey, I don't know what to expect really, so maybe it will. But anyway, we've reached the bottom, so now let's jump in the game, and heck, we'll find out for ourselves. All right, guys, here we go. Ultra settings here on the secondary computer, and I saw 52 already, but that might have been because I started the recording. Sometimes it drops real quick, so let's see if it drops to there when I turn around again, then we'll know for sure. All right, no, it seems like more like 59 was the lowest, but still, we're barely touching 60, 58 too. So yeah, we're barely staying at around 60.
Like this war.
So we don't quite have enough GPU horsepower, unfortunately. And I don't really understand why. The game doesn't look completely awful, but it also doesn't look like it should run this bad or really need upscaling, but that's just my opinion.
I just hope they got a few supplies for trade. Otherwise, we won't last much longer out here. You think people actually live like this?
Not sure.
I don't know what's in that Fulton's original blend, but I'd never seen nobody that happy before. Not in real life.
Well, now I want to try that original blend. They've talked about it so much and hyped it up so much. I feel like I'm going to be like Rick with his damn Szechuan sauce. But at least I know how to make that.
Locked. Great. We can't turn back now. Ain't got nowhere to go.
We got somewhere to go. Watch. Right here.
It's about time. What took you?
Alright, again, let's go over here and eat this thing like I did in the rest of the videos. And then we'll move on to high. So now we're going to try high instead of ultra. I wouldn't even bother because I thought this was the same, because that's what it did to me at 1080p. They both high and ultra were basically the same FPS, but I want to see if it's any different, because at 1440p on the laptop it did make a small difference. So let's see what it does on this. Well, now here's high graphics settings now, and this is as low as we're gonna go. I'm not gonna bother with medium and low settings on these computers anymore. There's just no point. Nobody's gonna want to run that. They'd sooner turn on DLSS or FSR before they did that. So I figured this is about as low as people would want to go on a system like this before turning on DLSS, so that's what I decided to do.
Yeah.
But
like this
on this particular thing, it really doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. Maybe an FPS or two, but might just be exactly the same too. But hey, if I didn't try, we wouldn't know, so I'm still glad we gave it a try.
Hold up underground. I just hope they got a few supplies for trade. Otherwise, we won't last much longer out here. You think people actually live like this?
Not sure.
I don't know what's in that Fulton's original blend, but I'd never seen nobody that happy before. Not in real life.
Hardy har har har. Well, anyway, now let's run. We will flee. They'll never catch me.
Locked. Great. Ugh, we can't turn back now. We don't know where to go. There's gotta be another way through. It's about time. What took you?
All right, let's go eat this doohickey over here. And then let's go move on to a little bit of some DLSS. Now we're going to do DLSS quality, and this is probably where we will stop because it should run absolutely flawlessly just by doing this. And that's why I bumped it back up to Ultra too. So, now that we got to the bottom, let's go find out. Now here we go with some DLSS on quality and the rest of the game maxed out. So this is probably how I would just play it. So I'm honestly not even going to bother with my settings, because why bother? If you can get this kind of frame rate with that look still looking this good with DLSS, might as well go for it, right? There's really no reason for my outdated settings. I wouldn't be able to do that good anyway, because all my settings would have to be under high to get to this kind of frame rate, and it still probably wouldn't quite get this high. So this is one of those times where DLSS is just necessary.
That old fairy tale?
Don't like it, but sometimes it's necessary. And I'm glad to have it versus not. But luckily this game supports both, so even if it didn't have DLSS, you can still use FSR. FSR is just not quite as good. We all know that. But the cool thing about it is everyone knows it's universal. Everything can use it.
Otherwise, we won't last much longer out here. You think people actually live like this?
Not sure.
So
I don't
after
know
this,
what's in that
we'll move
Fulton's
right to
original
camera.
blend, but I never seen
And it'll
nobody
just
that happy
be
before.
camera
Not in
of this
real
particular
life.
settings. Alright, cool. I'll be able to run now. And away!
Locked. Great. Ugh, we can't turn back now. We got nowhere to go. There's gotta be another way through. It's about time. What took you?
Alright, let's go eat our stuff. And now, why don't we go ahead and move on to camera? Alright, now we're just going to get a little bit of some camera gameplay with the DLSS settings on quality and the gameplay on ultra. There's really no point for my settings if you can just max the game out and use DLSS. So, because on a system like this, there's no way I would be going to medium and low. There are times where I have to just suck it up and sometimes use DLSS. And this is one of those times. Which does kind of negate the purpose of my settings at the end of the video. So it is what it is, but
Like this ward.
at least we can still get a little camera gameplay just for fun.
Everyone gets along.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like the fairy tale to me. It's probably just a couple of old timers.
Still though, I will say DLSS looks pretty much spot on, but there's some stuff you can tell that's not
Otherwise,
quite
we won't
right.
last much
But
longer.
really the only problems it usually ever had was like ghosting. It never really had that shimmering problem that
You think people
FSR
actually
used to
live like
have. I don't know if it still does.
I'm
Never
not
really
sure.
paid close enough
I
attention.
don't know what's in that Fulton's original blend, but I never seen nobody that happy before. Not in real life.
Man, there was some old school movie that everybody made fun of where some dude just spun around like that and he was like, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man. It always makes me chuckle. I've only ever seen the clip of him saying that, but I have no idea what movie it's from. And I love watching terrible movies, so I should figure out what that is and go watch it sometime. Alright, let's climb on up here.
Great. We can't turn back now. Ain't got nowhere to go.
Not turning back now, no siree.
It's about time. What took you?
Let's go get our little health thing. Alright, come on over to this door. We'll go a little bit farther, just like we did on all the rest of the stuff. But this is going to be a pretty short video. Because with DLSS's help, it makes this game pretty playable.
Over here.
There we go.
Oh, this is bad.
Bad with a side of broccoli.
A side of what?
Nothing.
A side of broccoli.
Something my mom used to say. Deadwood! Shoot the damn... Take that on count, by the way.
Alright though, let's go ahead and wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Remnant 2 on the secondary computer. Couldn't quite stay above 60 all the time, native, but it was still doing an alright job. But there could be way more intensive places, obviously, than the beginning of the game. So that's why I wanted to also test out high and some DLSS. But with DLSS on quality, I don't think anybody will have any trouble staying above 60 throughout the whole game. Just putting it on ultra and putting DLSS on quality. So that's what I would do. That's why I didn't do any settings, or at least my settings in this video. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. It's time for me to go finish this game up on the main computer now. Though I doubt that'll be able to max the game out at 4K and stay at over 60 either, but hey, let's go give it a try anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.